And we're live.
Yes.
Welcome back to the pre-show.
This is the real proper pre-show now. Like I said, this is episode 32 for the pre-show. Thank you for joining us. Salt of the Streets. I'm Donovan.
I'm Colin.
And shit's going to be crazy today. We are going to talk about... First, we're going to talk about social medias. You guys are watching us on Facebook. We also have an Instagram. We both have Twitters on Instagram. We also Salt of the Streets. That's like our group one. And then I'm Alpaca_Donovan on Instagram. He's Big Bird Offie on Instagram and on Twitter. And on Twitter, I am Salt of the Street, singular. We also have a website, saltofthestreets.com, where you can find absolutely everything. All of our blog posts that come out every Thursday, the podcasts that drop on Monday, the videos that drop on Tuesday, everything that we put out. Plus, all my tweets and everything are on there. You can find all of our social medias on there. Saltofthestreets.com is the hub for absolutely everything. That's all of it.
Very nicely put.
Welcome to 32. Today, the big topics are going to be Brett Kavanaugh. Even though last week we said we weren't going to talk about this shit anymore, he had some allegations that came out. I had articles up last week about this, because it came out on Saturday. Yeah. And I actively chose not to bring it up because I wasn't sure that anything was going to come of it.
How healthy.
And then it did. And so it is something I did know about last week. It is something I chose not to talk about because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But because of what's unraveled this week, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about that. Some sexual abuse allegations that he has to come out. Trade talks between America and China. We'll talk about that. Some more tariffs and stuff like that. And then for the third one, we're just gonna go through some things that we've had written down for a while, and we're gonna talk about that. Small topics, big topics.
I like to call it the grab bag.
Yeah, we'll do some grab bag shit. Everything in between. So we got some crazy fucking clear joint papers today that Colin is using to blow my mind. First time I've ever rolled with clear papers. So I'm going to go ahead and light one of these.
It's going to be fantastic. 100% natural plant cellulose.
Yes.
At least that's what the wrapper says.
That is what it says.
I hope that's the case.
It says that it's from Brazil. What makes our clear paper special is unlike Brazilian clear papers, which are made from harsh burning wood fiber, our clear paper is tree-free and made from smooth-burning Asiatic cotton mallow. So it's not Brazilian. I was wrong.
It's not Brazilian. That's the whole point there.
It's from the Asiatic. Yeah.
Classy. We're fancy, dude. Asiatic clear papers.
That's crazy. So that's where we are today. Before we move on, what have you eaten today? Before we start this,
I had my typical Saturday morning run to Starbucks.
Breakfast sandwich,
but I got a pumpkin spice latte because tis the season.
Basic as fuck.
Yep. It's bad. I have a thing for them. But I've been really good this year. I think I've only had like 2 of them since they came out. Oh my god. Oh no, we got matches. Yeah. That thing's dead, huh?
Yep.
Don't throw your lighters. Don't throw your lighters on camera.
You ever made a lighter bomb?
I haven't. But that's what ran through my mind when I was like, I don't want to throw it.
You just light one lighter on fire with, Jesus. You just light one lighter on fire with another
dumped
lighter.
The matchsticks all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like this.
But, I had my usual breakfast, and then I ran and got beer. Delicious Elysian Space Dust.
Shout out.
Hashtag Space Dust or whatever. Shout out to Elysian for making amazing beer.
Delicious.
And then about an hour before you got here, I made some roasted vegetables earlier this week. So I had some of those with some quinoa and some, what do you call it? The hot ones. You know how they have their special hot sauces and stuff? We have one of them called Los Calientes. Right. It's a real smoky, mildish hot sauce. It's pretty baller. So I just slathered in that. So I'm running healthy today. I mean, other than the breakfast sandwich this morning, which is probably just pure preservatives. But hey,
processed foods.
What are you going to
do? This is a weird deal.
It feels wrong, doesn't it?
Sure, it's strange all the way around. And I think that's where
Does it taste any different?
And it does a little bit, but it doesn't taste bad. Okay. It's certainly not harsh like those fucking bullshit Brazilian clear papers.
Oh,
but it's strange.
Poor Brazilians getting a harsh rap for their harsh papers.
Yeah, that's really weird. But I'm excited.
It's not bad though.
No. That's the thing. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste like a normal paper.
Mm.
But that's all right. We're trying.
It's probably smoother than a normal paper.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm talking out of my ass right now.
I think that's probably pretty legit. It
Yeah?
might be a little bit smoother than regular paper. Yeah.
Oh, you used the minis.
Yeah, I used some of that, and then I used some of this shit that I brought, which is some
What is this? This is some stuff the wife brought home.
Jacaré.
And I don't know what it is, but it's pretty fantastic. Sativa heavy hybrid.
Yeah.
It's like a 60... Yeah, about a 60-40-ish almost.
Yeah. So we're also going to talk about... We're going to go over sports. We got lots of sports today.
Yeah.
Sports has been getting heavier just because it's in football season, which is a sport I actually really give a shit about. So we're going to talk about some fantasy lineups. We're going to go Offie's fantasy lineup, and then we'll talk about mine because I got to play Isaiah this week. I made a fucking crazy trade this week in one of my leagues, so we'll talk about that.
Oh.
I got to do my pick'ems again. Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking Cleveland won. Cleveland Browns won on Thursday. The first win in 635 days.
Wow.
Yes. The last time
Wow.
the Cleveland Browns won was against the Chargers on my 22nd birthday.
Damn.
Yes.
And
That
let's
is what
see,
I'm
who
saying
did they
to you.
play?
They played the Jets.
The Jets. Well, I mean, if you're going to beat somebody, it's going to be the Jets. So, but good for them. You know, we'll talk about it more. But Tyrod did not deliver.
Got a concussion. Got taken out.
Oh, did he?
He did, yeah.
Oh.
He got taken out so he could be evaluated for concussion. And Mayfield came in and started slanging. It was crazy.
Word.
Yeah. Mayfield looked good.
Interesting.
It was a good game. It was a really good game. Because I had the Browns defense. I think they have 10 takeaways in 3 games. So, yeah, their defense looks really good. They had like 2 different picks, I think, and a couple sacks.
Nice.
It was a good game.
I did not watch that game.
Oh.
What channel? That was a NFL
NFL
Network channel, right? I think I have that somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. My whole cable, the lack of cable, right? I've been all over like the Sling TVs, been trying those, and I started the free trial of Sling TV and made sure I had like the NFL Network and all this stuff, and then I couldn't get it to play on like anything I had. And then I realized that the only place I can watch it through Sling for whatever reason is on my computer, only through the Chrome browser. I can't use it through any other internet browser. For whatever reason, it's the only one that loads.
Well, the PlayStation doesn't have an app for Sling, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah. Although I think Sling is just kind of bullshit. I'm watching you, Sling.
But we have an Apple TV, and like we use the Sling on the Apple TV.
Oh yeah,
and that works pretty
so
good.
It works out.
Yeah, and then like I've used it on my computer before, on my Chrome browser. I do. That's really interesting.
There you go.
Like when I watched the Ducks game over here that time, was on my Chrome browser.
Very nice.
The Ducks play today. The Ducks play at 5. They play 4 hours from now. They play Stanford today.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You'll be able to make that.
That's something I go buy some ammo beforehand, and then I'm going to go there. So that should be...
I hate when that happens.
What?
I fucking take a hit that's a little too big, and it like starts to burn the back of my throat, and then I insto like half cough.
Yeah.
And all of it just, I just wasted that.
It's a skill to learn to be able to control the cough. You know,
Yeah.
the core muscles that you use to control a cough are unlike any other thing that you could ever do.
Is it going to give me wicked sweet abs?
That's what I'm saying. I don't care how dope your abs are. If you're not smoking weed, you're not holding in that cough. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
funny.
I don't care how strong your core muscles are.
I believe that. It's going to be like, a majority of it's got to be mental too. Just being like, I don't need to cough. That's just like a weird itch in my throat. That's just stupid.
It's like a dab. My mom used to take dabs and like hold them in for a really long time. I'm like,
oh,
like, how are you doing that? Like, I don't even understand this.
Defies physics.
It's crazy. She goes hard. Shout out, Mom. I don't know if you're watching. I don't have the live stream pulled up.
Oh, I wonder if I could probably pull that
Excuse
up.
me.
I wonder if I should pull it up on my Chrome browser.
Yeah, do it. Pull it up on the Chrome browser because I think Jordan's watching. I told my mom she might be watching.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to do that. Now that I think about it,
Someone should be watching the stream.
right? Oh, okay. We're not going to be able to do it on the Chrome browser because I have no idea how to log in.
Here.
I rely on the automatic.
Isn't that the worst fucking thing?
I could pull it up on my Brave browser, I'm sure.
On the Brave?
Yeah, I think I've done it before. But word, we get... what'd you do this week?
What did I do this week?
Yeah. Oh, God, it's sideways. Why is it sideways?
Oh, Jesus.
God, I hate technology.
Remember, sometimes it like broadcasts that way. The only way to do it is to close the app and then do it again.
Do we want to do that?
That's up to you. I mean, you can just turn it if you want.
I'll fix it in post. Yeah, because I remember I tried to turn it last time. Let's try this. Vamp for a minute. Tell me about your week, homie.
Yeah. So Thursday was the game. That was nice. I'm trying to remember if I did anything big this week. I'm not trying to forget anybody. I had to buy material came in this week. Oh, so I went to Material Day. That was a shit show. Because Tydo doesn't put away material anymore. So because
I didn't know that was a thing you could just graduate from. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, because it's the four newest people that do material, and so it's like
we're adjusting camera.
Yeah, so it's me, Spence, Casey, and Drew that do it, and it's a shit show.
Spence.
Yep, it's a shit show. I was not the biggest fan, but
yeah,
such is life.
But you'll be senior enough soon enough.
Soon enough, yeah.
And then you can have your role on the sidelines.
Yeah. I don't think that I really did anything else big this week.
Just chilling.
I need to start writing this shit down.
Dude, I used to do that all the time. I used to okay, so I watched a movie. I better write that down. What did I think? Okay, no, I remember that.
I started reading more. I caught up on my dad book because I was really far behind on that. So I did a lot of reading this week.
Nice.
My dad book caught up to... There's going to be 24 weeks tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty wild.
He's growing.
Yes.
Quick.
So, yeah, like I said, tomorrow we're going to watch some games. Yesterday I went out to lunch with the boys. We went to fucking Sound Brewery in Paulsville.
Has the service gotten any better?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, we were like the only people there.
Oh, that's good.
So, because we went for lunch,
Yeah.
And so, but I had a chicken parm sandwich, and it was on fresh baked bread, and it was really delicious. And I had
yum.
4 different beers, I think, and then
what kind of beers did you have? Do you remember?
I had a Monk's Indiscretion.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then I had 2 other different IPAs that they have there, like a 7 Sails or something, Jack 7 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I remember they were real reluctant for a long time to make any IPAs.
Yeah.
They didn't used to because they still are. They're a majority, I don't know. They make a lot of Belgian beer. They specialize in Belgian beers.
Yes.
Which is nice because I love Belgian beers. They have a specific malt recipe that you would use, and they don't use the standard ale malts that you see in other places. But they eventually caught on and said, "Hey, people just want IPA. People want an IPA around here." Yeah. But that Monk's Indiscretion is something fierce.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day that said that IPAs are like pumpkin spice lattes for white guys. That's what they are,
Yeah. So you're not wearing your headphones, right?
I'm not.
Okay. I was going to say, because you'll probably be able to hear the audio on this one. I just went into the comments. So if it's playing, it'll be...
Oh, no, you're good.
You good? Okay.
I can hear fucking everything, and it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Money, money.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. What did you do this week?
It was a very interesting week at work. Nothing we can discuss on the cast, but maybe afterwards. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't do that much. I pretty much kept it low key. Like I said, some real interesting stuff at work, which kept me pretty busy. But Carolina the other day had a pretty epic adventure.
The fucking goats. She's gonna be on here next week to talk about that. Motherfucking mountain goats.
Yeah, if she wasn't working right now, we'd have her in right here. But she's a busy woman, obviously, and she's at work today, unfortunately. So she'll brief us on all that good mountain goat action that she did last, what was that, Wednesday, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah, Wednesday, and then got back Thursday. Yeah, it was a pretty cool thing. It's just 30,000 feet, foot view. They're essentially relocating mountain goats in the Olympic Mountains and then transporting them over to the Cascades because they're not native to the Olympics, and they've
Go back to your home.
Yeah, and they wipe out a ton of the vegetation, and they do a huge damage to the ecosystem. So
harmful to the ecosystem.
Yeah, but instead of going the route where you just have hunters come in and kill them all, they're relocating them up to the Cascades.
A little more friendly.
Yeah, a little friendlier aspect than normal.
Hunting is bad. I'm a big advocate for that. I fuck with that, but.
But I mean, that seems like a very Washington thing to do. Very Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Just to be like, well, they don't belong here, so we're just. It's
gonna move.
I think it's all basically volunteer too. But like I said, I'm gonna do some research into the background of the actual organization and how it works and all that, and then Carolina's gonna come in and give us a nice lowdown on what she experienced and what they're doing up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was this week. That was the only thing that happened in my life other than what happened last night.
Right.
Which I don't know if I want to announce to the world. It might be kind of a private thing. But I told you before the cast.
That's up to you.
We did go to dinner last night with Jacob and Morgan.
Yeah.
And
shout out Jake and Morgan.
Yeah. I think Jake, I don't know if he's watching, but he gave us a like when we what up, Jake?
Little Jakey Poo.
Yeah, but he and Morgan invited us out to dinner at the venue that they're going to be getting married at, and had a awesome dinner there. Food was amazing. What did I eat?
Yeah.
I had this, it's a, what's the word? Ragu. It's like a pasta. There's a little homemade red sauce in there, but it was I don't know if the pasta was made with fennel, or there was fennel just, if it was in the sauce, it was really, really thin. I couldn't find any fennel, but there was a nice fennel taste to it with some nice homemade sausage. The fennel was probably in the sausage.
The fennel seed in the sausage?
It could be. Yeah, either that or they use fresh fennel, which is...
That's one of my
I think they use fresh fennel because it's just that flavor is just so powerful. And I fucking love that shit.
I like fennel seed in a meatball. Delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I like that flavor.
Dude, why are we talking about food again? Every time.
Getting high every time we're doing
I know, and then I get hungry, and then I have to eat ice cream sandwiches after the cast, and
I wish I could remember what I ate last week, because I fucking ate so much food after we did the podcast last week.
Oh my god, yeah, what you were talking about something.
I just remember eating so much.
Did you go to Arby's? I feel like you might have mentioned Arby's. I don't remember.
I don't know, but...
Oh, Jake says do it. My buddy Jake asked me to be his best man, and I fucking flipped out, and I was like, yes, absolutely. I'm not crying right now, and I didn't cry last night. I'm a man. I mean, it was pretty emotional. It hit me pretty big.
And I didn't cry last night.
Although I felt like a schoolgirl. I was so jazzed about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a pretty amazing thing because I've known him forever and a day.
Did they do it in a really special white person type of way, or just ask you to be?
No, we just straight up. He just asked me.
Cool.
There's backstory to that too, but
I'm glad they didn't make a whole fucking a whole deal out of it.
Would you have to judge them accordingly?
Yes. It wouldn't drastically change my opinion of them, but I would be like, come on. Come on.
Oh, that's
going to mean enough. Just ask him, I felt weird enough, when we asked you guys to be, the godparents.
Yeah.
Jordan was like, no, I want to do it in, a QA. And I'm like, I don't see why I can't just put him on blast for the podcast. And I'm like, that seems, totally reasonable to me.
That's, you know why? I think it's because men's brains just don't quite think like that.
Yeah.
Not that it's better or worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're both pretty, straight cutting, whatever, no bullshit. I don't need no frillies. I'm just going to tell you what's up.
Well, and then when we did, we did whatever, Shooty the Baby Book, and we're like, oh yeah, we need you guys as picture, for this. And he was like, oh yeah, totally. And I was like, yeah, we're asking you to be the godparents. And you were like, oh yeah. We had to just be straight up anyway.
Oh yeah.
This we should have just done this in the first place.
Oh, that's funny. I understand and appreciate what you say, but Also, because I have a wife, I'm not going to agree with you because whatever they want to do, they get. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Jordan didn't put up a big fight because, like, I'm if you can't tell, I'm not. Oh my God! Excuse me.
Jacob just said, "He's like, you didn't want me to go all prom proposal with you, bro."
I don't need it to be like he spelled it out. Like,
I mean, you could have gotten on one knee. Yeah. See, now I'm feeling bad because Jake was the best man at my wedding, and I don't remember how I asked him. Is that bad? I feel bad now, bro.
No,
I'm sorry if you're hearing
this.
this.
It's the same idea. It's not that big a deal, and it's just a thing that happens between two guys. Like,
it is a huge deal. But we don't need to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I don't mean you being his best man is not a big deal. I mean,
because it's like the biggest fucking deal in the world done.
I mean, the way in which he asks you is not a big deal.
Yes,
and that's
exactly.
What I mean, is hopefully it was the same way that it just wasn't like an ordeal, and so it was nothing to be remembered. You're like, I remember doing it because that was awesome, but I don't fucking remember how he asked me because it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah, he said I called him over the phone. From the other side of the country, which makes sense because the distance is hard to. That's a bridge that's hard to gap. I know that was a stretch. It was a reach. How is that? Is it fantastic?
It's good. I started watching Oz.
Oz.
HBO, and
have you never seen that before?
No.
See, I don't.
94, Colin. This shit started in like 1997, so I was 3 when it started coming on TV. So
yeah, what do you mean you were watching that?
And then Jordan's really into American Horror Story, but she doesn't. She does watch it on cable, but doesn't watch it on cable. So usually she'll wait until the whole thing is out and watch it. Mm-hmm. And last season just came out on Netflix, and so we started watching that, and it is really, really, really fucked up. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that.
What season was last season? I
think it was fucking like 7 or something like that. And it's.
But I mean, Cult. What's like the Cult? Yeah, I don't think I saw Cult.
That one is the most fucked up one, and it's my favorite one that's happened.
I think I've seen about 3 or 4 seasons, just randomly. I saw the circus one, Circus Freaks.
I didn't like that one.
But I'm excited for the new one.
Yeah.
That one looks pretty dope.
Well, and that one's supposed to, like, tie them all together, I guess. It's supposed to, like, make sense of everything. But who fucking knows? That shit's
I don't
insane.
know.
But the Colt one was cool. What was it? Colt, and then fucking Oz. And
I gotta watch the Witch one again, because I think this next one...
I like that one.
I think the next one actually ties in to the Witch one.
Yeah.
I don't remember what season it is. Maybe 3? I don't know.
I watched a documentary that's called... I think it's called Dangerous Son.
Interesting.
It is about people who have children with like severe mental disabilities, and so like one of the families had a son who he was autistic, he was on the spectrum, and then he also had one other thing, and then he also was schizophrenic, like all at the same fucking time.
Oof.
And yeah, and all 3 of the families, like it was so extreme that like they had to call the police on their kids when they're like 9 years old, because there's like nothing like to be done about it, Mm-hmm. And so that's what a huge amount of it was about, was like what happens to the kids after like the police get called. And so they end up having to be in like halfway houses pretty much, where mm-hmm. they're like staying there for several months at a time to like help like learn how to like deal with shit. And so the parents were talking a lot, and like the things they were saying is like the hardest part about it is you have to give your kid up to the state. Like you have to relinquish custody of your child to the state for something like this to happen. And that's like you're just giving up any type of control or anything you have over your child, And so I'm really into like dark shit, right? That's not the right way to put that.
Well, that's real shit.
But also just with like having a child, and when I was growing up, my mom worked with adults with disabilities for like, I think 18 years, like for a super long time. So I grew up like with that. Like, like it was just, that's first nature to me, mm-hmm. And so I have always felt, I mean, obviously like knock on wood, but I've always felt like that's something that would happen to me, for lack of like a better way to put that, just because the way that I was raised, like the world would like give me a child with special needs because I would be somebody who can handle that. I'm
mm-hmm.
like equipped to be like, this is fine. Like I'm not going to be someone who's like, why did God do this to me? Like, or hate my child or something like that. Like I would be someone who would handle,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. So it's something I try and like prepare myself for just on the off chance, as weird as that might sound, but
yeah. No, I mean, that's a legitimate thing, man. I've known a lot of people that have had kids with disabilities, and it's a whole lifestyle that you're in at that point.
Yeah.
And there's some people that can't handle it, and that's a lot of these relationships fall apart, and somebody can't handle it, and they end up taking off, and now there's just one parent to take care of that kid.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. It's not gonna lie, it kind of terrifies me.
So
Yeah.
I feel the same way. So that's why I just try and like prepare myself a little bit, kind of as best as I can.
Yeah. Ooh,
Just
heavy stuff.
Yep. So that's what I did this week.
That's a good way to put it. Good Lord. Oh, that's so funny.
I knew there was something else.
Always. There's always something, because I know I'm forgetting something I had to have. Because I was like, I don't live that boring a life, do I?
You know what I'm saying?
I do things.
We sound terrible.
Sometimes. Yeah. But hey, maybe that's just the real life of a couple of blue-collar guys.
Reading shit, listening to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no Joe Rogan this week, was there?
I don't think so.
Because I usually I have one that at least that I listen to throughout the week.
Yeah.
But I was seeing if I didn't get any new notifications or anything.
I think it was Yom Kippur on Wednesday.
It was.
Thursday,
I remember Shapiro wasn't on.
So maybe Ben or Joe Rogan was just observing Yom Kippur all week.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So who knows? Maybe he counted all the Jewish people he knew, and he's like 7. So I'm not going to do podcasts for 7 days because that's the amount of people I know. An observance of Yom Kippur once a day for all of them.
That's so funny.
So,
do you know like what Yom Kippur is?
No.
Because
did Ben Shapiro go over it?
Yeah, he went over it before, and I was like, wow, that's pretty hardcore, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to attempt to explain it now. But I think that was, Yom Kippur was Thursday, I think.
So.
And so, yeah, he didn't do a show Thursday, but on Wednesday, he explained, I think, what it was. It was either that or, no. This was on something they did last weekend. I watched one of the specials that the Daily Wire does where it's like all the main pundits, if you want to call them that. And then they had special guest Glenn Beck on. And they just talked about random stuff, And they sit there and they smoke cigars and drink whiskey and just talk about politics usually.
Yeah.
But I watched that, and that's, I think, he went into depth about what Yom Kippur is. Because, everybody there at Daily Wire, it's pretty funny. There's like a hardcore Catholic and a hardcore Christian, and then he's like the one, like hardcore, he's the Orthodox Jew. And so they just give him a rash shit all the time for being Jewish, and he gives them a rash shit all the time for being like Christian and Catholic. It's pretty funny. They talk a lot of shit on each other. So when you put all those together on that show, and then Glenn Beck was he just started jumping on it too. It was pretty funny. Not gonna lie, it was very entertaining. They even I don't even like most of those guys, but it's hilarious. It was very entertaining. Yeah. Oh, I did do one other thing. We're not gonna really talk about it during the show or anything, but I watched the debate between Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I know, and that's one of the major things I did.
That's really interesting that's what you did.
I know. Is that sad? I don't know.
It's funny.
It's interesting. I'm just I think it's that race is interesting.
I think that only because one time I vividly remember you being like really kind of upset. I don't even remember what state it was, but there was some special election and like the Democrats just as a
they funneled a shit ton of money into that race from all over the world.
Happy that they had lost, and we had a conversation about it. And you just because other people were like focused on other state politics, so it's just funny that you were like, I watched this fucking debate between Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
it's just a funny thing. It does not matter. It doesn't anything. That's just always like what it makes me think of.
Well, I'll explain to you real quick why I like that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and it's way different. Those two things, like
oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm certainly not saying they're the same thing. That's just always what it makes me think of, and it's
for
really
sure.
funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I get pretty involved in some of like the big interesting races throughout the states. You know, I've brought up primaries how many times from all over the place, and I just think it's really interesting to watch all the changes that happen and all the, like, strategically. I look at it like that to see what that's going to mean for the actual sitting Senate or the sitting House, and how the balance is going to go, and who are the new voices that are coming in. What the fuck are they saying?
Yeah.
How dangerous is it? You know what I mean? Especially with this Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez thing. Man. And then, like, if Larry Sharp, that's why we're watching that race. Because if Larry Sharp, by some miracle, won, that's just another sign that, people are caring enough to change something, to do something, whether it's right or wrong, to try to change something by putting actually, like, new people in that aren't just career politicians.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting to watch, and I get totally caught up in the sideshow if you can.
Yeah. Go Joey Gibson, right?
Go Joey Gibson, bro. Get him.
Fuck Joey Gibson.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy joined us.
Hi, Mom.
And unfortunately, I think Kathy joined us right at the end.
Yeah.
You want to plug all the socials again, and we'll get out of here.
So, this is a live stream on Facebook, obviously. Instagram's the main one, Salt of the Streets. Big Bird Offie on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm Alpaca on _Donovan on Instagram, and then Salt of the Street on Twitter. Facebook.com, obviously. SoundCloud for all the podcasts, and then everywhere else that you want to get a podcast. YouTube for all the videos. SaltoftheStreets.com has everything. Just go there, and you can find the blog posts that go up every Thursday, the episodes that go up on Monday, the videos that go up on Tuesday and Monday, the social medias, everything. Everything we've ever done is available on saltofthestreets.com.
Boom.
So go there, leave us some type of comment, and we absolutely will get back to you because we check that shit all the time. One thing I did think about the other day, if you're commenting on individual podcasting apps, I cannot guarantee that we will see that because there's not anything that sends us any type of link, or like an email or anything.
Can you comment on the podcast apps?
I don't know. I only ever use the one on my phone.
This is true.
I don't know how the other ones work.
I might have to try to figure that out.
Off chance that you are, if you are frustrated, you haven't heard back from us, hit us up on social media or on the website. And then you will most certainly get back to us. But individual apps, I cannot speak for. But that's the last thing. So episode 32, wait for the episode on Monday, the full episode video on Tuesday, and then this pre-show video goes up on YouTube on Monday also.
And as you might have heard, we had a little issue with the camera. Hopefully I can make that look halfway decent post.
It'll be fixed.
But no promises. I apologize.
Yes.
Word.
So thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic Saturday and a weekend and Monday, and we'll see you then for that. Peace.